The struggle of entrepreneurship. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing or watching this video. It really means a great deal to me. Over the past few months, things have been so hectic. I think more than anything, one thing I've learned about this season and this journey and the struggle of entrepreneurship is the fact that nothing will ever work out the way we want it to work out. It's crazy, I tell you, it's crazy. So one thing, let me apologize firstly before going any further. Let me apologize for the fact that the quality is now not as great as the previous one is. One thing I did not want my channel to be was for it to be another YouTube channel. I didn't want to take it no, because I just felt that we've got so many people just doing that, just doing the bare minimum. I actually love the lapel feel. It made me feel like a celebrity, it gave me all those perks, but it delayed content being delivered. So I've decided that I'm going to start using my phone, and we'll see how it goes. I think having great and meaningful conversations with entrepreneurs is something that I really want to pursue and go forward with, because looking at the landscape right now, there's a plethora of opportunities that are going to open up for entrepreneurs, and if we're not willing to enter into that space and have conversations, understanding what it is that other entrepreneurs are going through, like even in my experiences, which I'll share with you a bit here and then, have little 5 minutes that I'll post about my personal journey in entrepreneurship. I'll share those with you guys a bit later, but for today what I want to talk about is what is entrepreneurship. So I've read a number of books, right, defining what entrepreneurship is. You read the Christian side of things, you read the academic side of things, you read the worldly view on what entrepreneurship is, and in all of them I never found one that I really connected with, except the history that Wikipedia defines. It says that entrepreneurship was always closely linked to adventuring. Got that? Entrepreneurship was always closely linked to adventuring. Mercedes, I don't know who Mercedes' real name is, but the guy who did Mercedes-Benz, he was defined as one of the earliest entrepreneurs of the season in the 1800s, 1700s. Aberford and all these people that now have these big and great companies first were called adventurers before someone came and termed it entrepreneurship. And the first time entrepreneurship is found, according to Wikipedia, which is not a reliable source, but that's what I had and that's what I'm going with. And I loved the definition that it started coming up in the late 1800s, and it was in the French dictionary, which was a word that was translated from the adventurer, and they called them entrepreneurs. I think for me, when I read all these definitions, one thing that was never clear for me, and what made me fail to understand and relate to them, because they're like, entrepreneurship is a process of designing, launching a business while taking risks in order to make profits. As much as that is true, I don't feel it captures the essence of this journey. This journey doesn't have a pattern. It's not a process. It is not systematic according to what I've experienced. It is an individualistic experience. Every person's journey is different. I've seen that there are people that are able to start businesses in 2 days. Legit. 2 days it's up and running and they're making a profit. Is it sustainable? We don't know, and we cannot predict that. And that's why it's in aims, the academic books would be like, it's in aims to make a profit. It's an aim for them to make a profit. So yeah, it's an aim for them to make a profit. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. So going back to that, saying some people, going back to my point, is that some people are able to start a business in 6 years, one business in 6 years, because of our resources are not the same. We're not given the same amount of resources. And so many times as people, we want mentors, people we believe have gone before us and will open up doors for us. But how many of us have had mentors that have been able to actually open up a door for you, that you can stand today and say that I am where I am because XYZ was there for me when I needed someone? How many of us, like, let's be honest, how many of us really have have people who believed in us so much and said to us, regardless of anything else, even though I didn't make it, I'll make it happen for you. Entrepreneurs, I think a time has come for us to realize that this journey is our own, and no one can ever fight it for us, and no one can ever do it for us. We have to, and it's grace and luck and the universe allowing you to get to where you are. And unfortunately, until we get to such a point where we understand that we are that kind of entrepreneurs. Yeah. After mentorship, I've also realized that there's a trend that I'm seeing and a niche that I'm seeing, and I'm hoping that other entrepreneurs are launching into it. I just recently graduated in a small business enrichment course from the University of Johannesburg, and there was a guy there. He owns the company that does the Gautrain buses. He's the guy that designed them, and his other company is the one that did the DSTV Explorer. And he says what he did is he went to the UK to go find the technology, went to DSTV saying, hey guys, I can do the setup box for you, and DSTV was like, oh great, let's go ahead. So the setup boxes we see, Explorers, are actually designed in South Africa, which is an accolade that we should really commend. But my point here is that I'm realizing that as entrepreneurs, we need to create gaps. We need to find spaces to infiltrate. And it is luck and grace and the universe accepting your idea that it would work out. We can't be entrepreneurs that all want to be tenderpreneurs. We can't all want to be social entrepreneurs. We can't all want to be in the media space and all of us wanting to be presenters and all of us wanting to be radio DJs. Someone has to be a producer. Someone has to be a technical producer. Someone has to be the what do you call them? The other ones, the mixers. Someone has to be something that allows the train to go forward with limited resources. I'm realizing that as entrepreneurs, what we have done is that every idea that looks like a good idea is everyone runs for it. We are like carrots dangle, that thing. Yeah, carrot and horse. Is that what they call it? Yeah, like rabbits and horse, like, they dangle a carrot in front of us. It looks lucrative, it looks like it has potential, and we all want to run there. Like, for me, I also have issues with Bitcoin because there are quite a number of warnings that say cryptocurrency may explode. And people are busy, have found this niche, and they're going into it. Look, with all due respect, I'm not disrespecting it. Please, it is just my own perception on it, and we could obviously disagree on it on various levels. And as much as a lot of people are saying that this thing might explode, etc., there's still a huge gap in the market for that thing, for cryptocurrency. It makes sense when you look at it that, guys, we don't want a currency that is dependent on what the actions of one man can do for the entire economy. We don't want a currency like that. So cryptocurrency in that sense then makes sense to us. It makes legit sense, right? So, okay, I'm talking a lot, but where I'm going is that we need to find spaces. We need to find, how do we make things easy? How do we sell convenience? And a marketing background or marketing thinking is always critical. That you might sell tea like the next best person, but how you sell yours and how you differentiate yours then also plays a critical role. I was listening to an interview on Metro FM just the other day, and they had Dr. Dr. Smile. And he says that as much as he's a dentist, what he also does is in fashion designing. He is in clothing. He's in making grills. He's in now he's a musician. And I'm like, honestly, so many things. But this guy said something so powerful. He's like, at whatever I am in at that time, I invest myself in 100%. And I think in this video, one thing I really would like to say to entrepreneurs is that like, spread your net as vastly as you can. Don't be a jack of all trades. When you are in something, perfect that one thing before moving on to the next thing. Finding these patterns I speak of, finding these gaps I speak of, I'm really hoping that we'll get to a point where it's easy, right? That it's easy, it makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's easy for us to move on and build. Okay, so this is the struggle of entrepreneurship. Let's go out there while struggling, find new gaps, new places to infiltrate. Let's create solid business plans. I know that people say do away with the business plan, but we can't do away with business plans because we need funding. We need other people to believe in our idea, and for people to believe in our ideas, they need to make sense on paper first. So yeah, guys, hey, I don't want it to be too long because it's just me and I don't want to bore you and you guys watch me continue talking. What I want to encourage you guys to do though is to go out there, go be great. This is the struggle of entrepreneurship. Hit me up at thestruggleofentrepreneurship@gmail.com and let's have conversations around entrepreneurship and how do we move this vehicle South Africa forward. From me to you.